An exciting day. The Veritasium video on counter snap action is the gateway that opens a new world for us. So that you can now intuitively understand what counter snap action is. It's that when you stress something, in this case you're stretching it, you're pulling, but you're stressing it, its strain response is negative. So that as you're trying to pull it, it pulls you back. But that negative response takes a duration to kick in, so that it will let you stretch it a bit, then it kicks in and tells you who's boss. No, you cannot break this material, and that's water. So a molecule of water is eternal, water is indestructible. Why? What's the strength of water that makes it so powerful? Dr. Levy's question 1915 in his dissertation answered. What's the strength of water? It's the twist of the meniscus. He proves it in AB14. Just AB5, AB14. AB5 is the cross-sectional side view of the equator, the strength of water that holds it together at the equator. And you can see it's a drip. And that's one of a series of 6. And that shows the rotation of a yin-yang. And then AB14, where it's been excised, where there's only 5 cases instead of 6, you see the twist. That twist is the strength of water. If you try to break that, what happens is it gives a little, and then it pulls you back. And so that what it gives is a bit more volume, negative Poisson's ratio. So if you stress water, its strain response is an increased volume, negative Poisson's ratio. It's an incredible property. And then when you know now, counter snap action is what's occurring. So that as you press it, you'll get, as you compress water, it'll give a little, and it will compact with the other molecules around it, of course. But if you compress it, it'll give a little, and then the counter snap action of the twist, which is from the center rotation, pulls it back and prevents that water from being broken. A molecule of water consists of 2 forces. A hemisphere above of cavitation, and that's a hemisphere. It has an equator, it stops at the Z-plane disk, and that Z disk is slightly tilted at the 137 arcsecond angle. Below it is its sphere of influence as a sphere, and if it's in an atmosphere that is not liquid, it will form its own surface, and there you have the sphere of water. And so it's maintained in the duration of Planck's constant, one duration of time, by the mechanism of it pumping itself up again. If you just imagine that it wants to collapse, it's at maximum density. Water is at maximum density from the center of the planet as a steam engine, and we see the vapor of it out here, but it's created by its density at the center of the universe, center of the planet. It's just trying to pump itself up so that the hemisphere cannot be defeated. The sphere can be for a moment as you press it, but the action of an unconstrained molecule of water is it's just the hemisphere is pumping itself up so fast that it just stays as a sphere. And that pump is click, 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 every Planck's constant duration. And so simply now with the Young's modulus of the strength of water, you have a yield point. At the yield point, you have the counter snap loop, showing that at the moment it gives a little. You see the strength, elastic strength, consistent. It yields. It's going to break. It's giving up. It's not as strong. Suddenly it's stronger. How is that possible? This is plastic strength stretching. It's in motion. So in terms of light, once you stretch, when you break water, you stretch it into a plastic, and it will, as long as it keeps moving, it can keep stretching. So it's the duration of the twist force, rotation 1 at the center, that creates the duration for the plastic stretch. And the plastic stretch is what's causing the expansion of the whole universe, not expanding because it rotates at the center instead. So you've got an expansive force causing rotation, and you've got a rotating force causing expansion, where you have the magnetic and the electric forces in balance. And that's your consciousness watching this video, proven by Veritasium. And it's the biggest watched, I just saw on Facebook, it's the biggest watched video on Facebook suddenly, because people are realizing there's something important there, and there is. And it's referencing Dr. Victor Levy. He'll show you how that counter snap action has been interpreted into the strength of a molecule of water. He proved it in 1915, and science is lying to you. Wake up. You're back in the room. Veritasium told us the truth again. Listen to what you're told. You'll be separated from your people forever. Welcome to the future. Follow the Rebel King.